Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. The leakers keep talking about the next promo that is coming to FC26, which if you played FC24 2 years ago, you probably have very fond memories of. Yes, we're talking about the World Cup Greats of the Game promo that brings a full team of icons and heroes back to packs. And yes, of course, that makes them more packable. Think of the Trophy Titans promo that we had earlier on this year. We've got to talk a lot about this promo because the first player has been leaked and the promise of more to come is there as well. But guys, also, that's the next promo. We cannot get too far ahead of ourselves in the here and now of the World Cup games happening every day. We got Path to Glory players getting upgraded every single day. We've got big SBCs that still haven't been released yet that could be today. And we have an Evo rumor for today that is going to boost up one of our cards to 95 rated. That's a pretty big deal. Of course, we're going to talk about everything from the PTG upgrades to the market to new tokens available today from Squad Battle rewards. Let's discuss it all, guys. If you're excited for this one, drop a thumbs up on the video, hype the video, and subscribe if you are new. Let's dive in and look back at yesterday's Saturday content where the big topic of discussion is evolutions, but not the Evo that is here in evolutions, the Evo that is somewhere else. We'll get to that. First of all, though, this Shadow Step Chain Evo that we got yesterday, twice repeatable, max 90 evolution that gives a pace boost and a defensive boost and rapid plus is very nice because of one thing, and that's one thing that has changed with all Evos recently. It allows 3 playstyle plus cards. You don't have to be just on 2 playstyle pluses to get boosted now in terms of stats, which is very, very nice because with the Evo lab, the playstyles lab that is out, evolutions like this become a whole lot more usable, specifically for how I'm going to show you how I plan to use that Foot Birthday cosmetic that dropped in the store. So nice Evo there, good for chains. We'll move on to talking about SBCs while we discuss the rest of this content because we have ourselves an Argentinian live card, and we remember who won the World Cup 4 years ago, and we know who plays for Argentina, right? The GOAT, Lionel Messi. There's a chance that they could make it to the same spot that they did 4 years ago. They could be in the World Cup final, and this card could have a chance to go to 99 rated. And for that, this SBC deserves at least some thought, okay? I know that it's expensive, and I know that some of the playstyles are not what people would like to see. I mean, power shot, finesse, and game changer on a box-to-box center midfielder, maybe a CDM, not what you'd really like. Not the utmost meta playstyles. You'd love a quick step and anticipated tiki-taka, maybe an inventive, maybe a first touch as well, maybe a relentless. He doesn't have those, unfortunately, but he has insane stats and the potential to go far. 10 squads is another turnoff for this card. He's got 291 rated squads. Of course, one of the things that I think EA is doing with these higher rated squads here, and we saw this with the Pedro Neto on Friday, is they included festival football players. Team of the week, team of the season, festival football players are allowed for that specific requirement, and that actually makes these SBCs cheaper, meaning I think they have to put in a couple of higher rated squads. They don't have to, they're choosing to. But 565k for this McAllister is a little steep. But is it when you see what he could become? Now, I know that all the Path to Glory cards have the chance to become this, and only one nation is going to lift the World Cup trophy in the end. But guys, this SBC is out for 13 more days, and I don't know about you, but I do have a lot of fodder. I have a lot of these fodder PTG cards just taking up space in my SBC storage, and this is a place where I might just put them because what if Argentina go to even the semifinals and he's going to 4 playstyle pluses and 97 rated? That is going to be a very, very usable card. So I think that even though this SBC is downvoted, it's one that I've got my eye on, and I might wait a couple of days just to see what else comes out before I start that, and maybe to see how Argentina play their first match against Algeria coming up in a few days before I commit to this. But I think that's an SBC that has to be on all of our radars because it is Argentina. Now, the other SBC we had yesterday has to be completed by all of us too, and that is the 85x10 Summer Tournament. It came back, and it came back repeatable multiple times this week. Of course, it's repeatable 5 times right now, but in 3 more days, we're going to be able to do it 5 more times, which is a change from last week where we could only do it 5 times, and then it was over. The 84 and the 85 squads are really, really easy to get done with this, and the weight, I think we looked at the weight last week on the Foot Next website. The weight is very, very high on packing team Festival Football PTG cards from this pack. Let me view the actual pack here on Foot Next. What does it say? 39% right now of a Festival Football Path to Glory. Now, those are not official odds from EA. That's just odds from a website that actually is using user data from extensions on the web app. So it's not 100% accurate, but it gives you an idea of how good the weight is for seeing that colorful PTG walkout, design as you go down the tunnel. So I think that actually is worth doing all 5 times. And then again, when it refreshes for 5 more times. Now, the big part of content yesterday was this Evo, guys. We knew it was going to be. We talked about it in yesterday's video. The historic birthday cosmetic Evo pack. It is, of course, is 325,000 coins, but only 800 FC points. 800 FC points seems so little compared to 325,000 coins, right? That's the comparison that we knew was going to happen. We talked about that in yesterday's video. It is a little more than I thought it was going to be price-wise. I don't know how much EA values the actual Evo consumable in this pack and how much they value the icon pick that is a part of this pack as well. But actually here it says packs remaining 1. This was originally released with 2. And I think EA has took this down to 1. I have not opened it for sure, but I think EA took this down to 1 because it was originally glitched. There was a bunch of people saying on Twitter that they opened it twice and they only got the Build Your Own for Birthday Evolution consumable 1 time. Now, I am going to open this right now and I am going to redeem it because this is going to be a very insane evolution and a very insane way of thinking for an Evo. We talked about it yesterday, and I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to use that 325,000 coin pack Evo that I get. Let's see if the icon pack is any good. That's pretty much par for the course. We'll just take Larson because he's the highest rated. So I basically just paid 300K for that Evo right there, which I know I have a lot of coins, and it's okay that I do that. Be careful with your coins that you may have, or think of it as a opportunity to trade up to that Evo. But the way that I'm going to use this Evo, guys, after you claim it, it is going to go into the cosmetics tab and it'll show up there, build your own for birthday. The way that I'm going to use this Evo with the Evo undo feature that is now in this game is I'm going to bring Pogba to the World Cup. At least the World Cup time on this game. I've had this ultimate screen Pogba from the beginning of the year. This is the incisive pass, center attack, and mid one with the undo Evos that I can do here. What I'm going to do is literally wipe all the Evos off this Pogba, take him back to an 86 rated card because I have not been using this card for a long time. I don't want the playstyles that I had him in originally. I don't want the stat boost that I had on him originally either. So I want to take him back to his original version, 86 rated. And then from there, what I'm going to do is just build him up across all the other Evos that we have. Like we have all those crazy Evos right now in objectives that we can claim. There's going to be some sick chains for a Pogba card like this that I'm going to be able to do kind of starting from scratch. Well, first, I'm going to choose my own playstyles and playstyle pluses after I put him on into the birthday Evo, and then I'm going to boost him up through all of those stats. So that's kind of the allure that at least I see from this FUT Birthday Cosmetic Evo right now. Of course, there's so many other ways to use it. You take a look at people boosting up the 86 Vieira, wiping all their Evos off of him, or some of them, and then putting him into FUT Birthday, customizing his playstyles and playstyle pluses, and then boosting the stats from there. Maybe even Neymar is a player that you want to wipe your Evos from, or maybe you're still trying to pack him. He's still 200,000 coins in the market, which is crazy, but that would be a great card where you could add playstyles and playstyle pluses onto and then boost up the stats to your liking. And like we said, all Evos that seem to be dropping right now, at least since Friday, are allowing 3 playstyle plus players in them. That is huge for players like these FUT Birthday Cosmetics that you can customize the playstyle pluses on up to 3 and then 8 base playstyles. So 325,000 coins does seem a little bit steep, but I honestly think that it is worth it. And if you need to go ahead and trade towards that, again, one of the things I love to talk about in this game is the market and how you can use that as a goal. Trading with some cards, building up your coins over the next day or two to afford that pack, to get that Evo, and then build the Evo card you want to. I'd love to hear how you guys are thinking of using that Evo as well down in the comments, or tweet me your FUT Birthday Evo cosmetic ideas as well. Now let's keep moving and talk about, I guess, a segment that we really should be doing every single day in these videos now, the daily PTG upgrade check. And yes, it is the Americans who have got their upgrades. It looks like EA is doing upgrades for these cards the day after their game, which is super duper nice. And they're doing some good upgrades as well. Of course, the first upgrade these cards can redeem or obtain really is the +1 99 sub attribute. So one of their stats, in-game stats, is going to go to 99. Pulisic got 99 acceleration. That was unexpected, if we're being completely honest. That's a very, very good one. And you can tell by the price of his card in the market, he's up to 330,000 coins. After this after this upgrade came out yesterday, he went from 270 and just started rising in price. Anthony Robinson as well got his 99 stat boost, and he got slide tackle, so not as crazy, you would say, as the acceleration. But that's what we're looking for every single day with these PTGs. We did not get a Showdown Tim Ream upgrade, though, so it must be different people in different EA offices that upgrade these certain cards. The ones that went to work yesterday were the guys upgrading the PTGs, but the Showdown guys did not get their +2 added to Tim Ream in the third place style plus. So that one is a bit, I guess confusing, but I'm sure that's going to be upgraded very, very soon. And then speaking of other upgrades, of course, Scotland won. Those upgrades are not in game yet. The other games yesterday happened to be draws. Right now, Australia is beating Turkey 8. Oh, Iran Kunda scored. Actually, can we take a look at his card, because I bet it is going up in price. He is up 21,000 coins because of he's scoring, not necessarily that he had to, but he's scoring to get his own upgrade, or at least trying to get his own upgrade. So that's pretty big there. And the other card that I was going to look at was Shalhanoglu. Is he dropping? Okay, not too much yet. He was like 820K before the game started. Now he's up to 900, but they are losing 1-0. So that is something to closely watch with upgrades that probably be taking place today on those cards. One other thing related to the World Cup that we're starting to see move on the market is kind of the wonder kids, kind of those guys that maybe aren't super well known, or maybe they are, and they're just scoring big goals, or they're taking advantage of the spotlight that the World Cup brings. Boadi yesterday in the Morocco and Brazil game, he cooked. Everybody's talking about him on Twitter. He's the #1 most searched card on Transfer Market, the website where you can see players in real life values. And his card on the game, the only one that he has, is gone up to extinct because people are evoing him because of how good he played. Now, he has the French nationality here. I believe he switched to Morocco, hence playing for Morocco in the World Cup. So that's just one thing that I wanted to mention, because if you guys remember as well, we saw the Mexico forward, whose name is escaping me at the moment, Quinones. That's his name. Quinones, Tots card, spike up 100K in price when he scored that opening goal of the World Cup. And of course, all the hype was there as people were watching that first game. Cards will move on the market, even if they're not live cards. Big games, big players, big moments, player prices will move all throughout the World Cup, especially as we get into the knockouts, especially as we get to like the World Cup final. There are going to be cards that move. So if you see a player score, do something good, check their price on Flipin, check their price in the market, because they might be going up. Now, speaking of price in the market, Team 2 of the Path to Glory team is dropping. They're not moving up. They're moving down for the most part. Of course, Brazil drawing that game against Morocco has got Marquinhos down over 100,000 coins. And just, you look at most of these cards, they are down overall as well. Isak started the day yesterday. He did go down to 2 mil, bounced up to 2.8, but kind of came down in price. Here's what I would tell you guys with these Team 2 cards. Look at when they play. I think that's what matters most. These cards are still getting supplied slightly from Weekend League rewards and from Lightning rounds. We remember how Team 1 moved. They really didn't move too much during the week. They actually even went down a little bit as we got into like Thursday, right before they went out of packs. With a big promo one coming on Friday as well, I might be a little bit hesitant to invest in this Team 2 like we did with Team 1. But of course, when you have games upcoming in the next couple of days, especially for cards like Laporte, Spain, big nation, right? Even England and Konsa, there's going to be some people that want to invest in those cards before the game, because you've seen what happened to Pulisic. He got an upgrade. They played well. There's a lot of hype. Card goes up. That can happen. Obviously, the other side can happen too, and cards can drop. But I'm really going to be taking a backseat on these cards for right now. If you want to invest, just make sure you're in before the game and then sell in the hype. That is always the safest route. Now, Team 1 of Path to Glory that we did invest in, for the most part, is doing really good. Like, James Rodriguez, 362,000 coins. Araujo's 700K. Bukayo Saka still a little bit low at the moment. Musiala 2.7, Digne 320. Most of these cards are doing good. I'm still holding all of mine that I have got, a couple of PTG, Araujo still, a couple of the De Bruynes as well. So I'm still holding on to those. And the market as a whole is not moving a whole bunch. You can absolutely still trade. Guys, get on bids. I mean, need I say more? I say that in every single video, but last night an Esme Brooks went on bid for 854, and that's after I went to sleep, because the one that I bought at 900K before that, I sold for 1.04. So the trades are there. The fluctuations are very, very easily there in the market. You just got to find them. Look on the Footbin squads per usual. Go look at these winners cards. They're very rare. Ultimate Tots cards and all other Team of the Seasons. Even some other older icons are really good to trade with as well. Like cards that you think aren't meta anymore, people are evoing them, and you can trade with them and make some coins there too. So that's the current state of the market. But let's get into the big conversation, guys. Let's talk about what the leakers are talking about, because we mentioned it at the very end of yesterday's video, and the leakers are talking about it more. The next promo that is coming into this game, the leakers are building the hype for it already, but it's still 5 days away, and we're in the middle of this path to glory, of course, with live and upgrading World Cup cards. There's a lot going on. There's so much objectives to do, evos, the whole token situation. But we're getting an icon and hero promo this Friday, and the leakers are touting it as the best promo of the year. Yeah, we got to talk about that. But let's just set the groundwork. What is the Greats of the Game promo, and how do we know that it's coming? Well, first of all, EA said on their website that it's going to be coming this Friday, June 19th. And we remember from FC24 what the Greats of the Game promo is. It is an all icon and hero promo that will be similar to Trophy Titans, and the fact that icons and heroes become way more packable than they always are in game during these promos. And guys, this was probably, I mean, you'd have to just poll a lot of people to really get a true answer on this, but this was probably one of the most remembered promos from FC24. Some would call it the best promo of that year, because these were live and upgrading Greats of the Game cards back in FC24. They were packable to a degree. There were still some very expensive ones in here, like Hullet, like R9, like R10, but there were also a lot of great value picks in here as well, like some cards that were a couple 100,000 coins, but they had 4 play style pluses and crazy stats. We had great SBCs. We had the level 35 Pushkas card that was in the season pass that so many people used. This card was unbelievable for his time when he was dropped in the game. We had the SBC for Seedorf. We had the SBC for Casillas. It was just, again, I would say, apart from the very first all-icon promo that we had, the original Trophy Titans promo, this might be one of the best all-icon promos and hero promos that we've ever seen. It was just vibes, and it went along with the Euros and Copa America. It was just great stuff. So the leakers are already piggybacking off of that, saying that this promo is going to be very good, but 10 plus huge names. Are they just going to release the same players that we had last year of FC24? I mean, we got an R9 leak. He was there. You know, we had an R10 Dino in the Trophy Titans promo. So did we have a Zidane in that promo as well, and an Henri. So I'm curious to see how many of the names they're going to reuse. But we do have R9 that is leaked again, and this is where all of the hype is starting to build. Foot Police, of course, yesterday posted that the Greats of the Game is a Bombazo promo. He doesn't know all the rewards, but it looks like it could be promo of the year. Like he said that yesterday. He said it again here. This will be the promo of the year. I don't know if he just loves icons and heroes that much, or if it is going to be that good based on the leaks that he has. Now, a couple of things when I see this, like, lend me to believe him for a second or two. First thing is, a big icon SBC with 4 playstyle pluses. That would be pretty crazy, right? We've only had one 4 playstyle plus SBC. We're about to get a second with the end of an era Puteus. But the other thing we haven't had in relation to 4 playstyle pluses are Evos, like a regular Evo that gives us 4 PS pluses. Is this going to be a promo that also gives us some content like that as well? Our first actual 4 playstyle plus boost Evo, is that going to be a part of this? That's what I'm wondering is a part of all the hype that he's starting to build for this. He says, again, 10 plus huge names, and he's responding to a bunch of people down here. There's no women's icons that are allegedly in this promo. He says he doesn't have any leaked at the moment. Like he says, I would say the whole team too soon, and it would be leaked too soon. He has good names for Foot Champs rewards, whole bunch of other stuff. He's just kind of teasing how good this promo is going to be. And you can tell by the way that he's tweeting and the other leakers are tweeting that it's like very early. So that makes me a little worried for the market. At least the first thing that I would do is, if you have icons, especially some of the top tier big name icons that they might be referencing here, I would probably try and sell them, or if you know somebody that has them, probably try to get those out, because if this Greats of the Game promo is going to be this good, icons are probably going to drop in general, and some of the rest of the market could drop as well. But this whole situation with the live cards is going to have to be a moving, fluid situation. We're going to have to really watch that. I think what we can do as the leaks come out this week is really decide, are the leaks looking good enough for us to need to sell our PTG live cards? These are live cards that are not getting supplied anymore, tradable, and they're playing for upgrades. And we saw how the road to the final cards moved for the PSG players and for all the other players that were still performing in Champions League before they got knocked out. The cards just went up and up and up, and these are live. So I'm not saying it panic sell everything at the moment. I'm saying we're going to wait and see how the leaks look for this. And if they keep coming through at 100 out of 100, 10 out of 10 hype levels, then maybe we'll start selling some stuff. I just wanted to put out there, probably start to sell the icons a bit because of how this looks. But I mean, first thing is, it's a little early to be leaking this stuff. That's my first thought when I see this. I'm like, let me enjoy PTG. We got a whole bunch to do in this game right now. But the other thing is too, we remember how good that promo was. Icons and heroes only. And if it's coming back and he's leaking, it's really good. We're going to have to see. We're going to have to see. I'm maintaining a little bit of professional skepticism. Don't want to believe the leakers fully. I want to see it to believe it. But that is that. The one thing that we do know about this promo already is it is not live this year or this time around. In FC24, these cards were live and upgrading, and that's why some of them have 3 playstyle pluses and others of them have 4, depending on how far their nation went in those competitions. This year, we're getting an Eto card, our first greats of the game icon is going to be in-game tomorrow as a gauntlet reward. He's going to have 4 playstyle pluses. So that's one thing that we already have had leaked for this promo that actually starts before the promo comes out. But yeah, that's a little bit of a word of warning for the market and just a little bit of news about the promo, including Kempes and Rivellino, the new icons. They will be added a part of this promo as well. That was, of course, leaked by EA on the promo page here that we had highlighted before. But just to reiterate that, the 2 new icons coming to the game will have greats of the game versions this Friday with that promo. And there will be heroes as well. It should be a hero and an icon only promo. That's how they have always been. So let me know in the comments what you guys think about that, because I find it interesting. I'm not going to save packs for it, but if icons motivate you so much in this game that you would save packs for it, now you know. Now let's talk about today on Sunday and get into what's happening with content today and not look too far ahead of ourselves, as we can very easily do when we have leaks and stuff like that. First of all, guys, we've got squad battle rewards today. And as somebody who's at 845 of 1,000 tokens that they can claim for the week, I am here in Silver 1. I need to play one more game of squad battles to get up to Gold 3 to get my 150 tokens and be done, or almost done for the week. I have to get 5 more tokens, whoop-de-doo. But one thing I do want to mention is, if you're getting up here into the Elite level, Elite is a huge jump in tokens, right? 400 of those tokens. You can save these. I know that the rewards are going to be given out here really soon, and you may be seeing this after the rewards are there. But if you haven't claimed these and you're already at your 1,000 tokens for this week, just hold on to them. That would give you a jump start into next week's token total if you're already close to 1,000. Again, you can check and see how many tokens you've earned this week by going to the token store and seeing on the bottom right there for the Festival Football tokens, your weekly limit. So I'm only, of course, 155 away. I'm going to gain those 155 more from my squad battle rewards. I won't open any other tokens or claim those to the rest of the week. And hopefully we'll be able to carry some into the next week with us there. Gonna have to choose what rewards I take, as I will only have about like 1,500 tokens to use. So that's a bit of a bummer. I did spend a couple tokens trying to pack Pulisic and didn't hit him, but I just wanted to mention that about the tokens, as hopefully there should be some dropping today in objectives as well. We will be looking for a few more of those during the next day or two, because of course we have rivals, we have the squad battle rewards, but we need like live event tokens, I think, as well. I don't know if there's any live events that are set to unlock today. The Africa event starts in a couple days, and the Home Colors League as well. That sounds kind of fun. Maybe that's like a, one nation tournament. Cool. All right. I could be down for that. Did I see that it's classic match? It is short matches and it's 40. Oh, it's a league, so it's going to be pretty competitive. So that's a bit interesting, I guess. But I'm curious to see what other tokens we get throughout the next 2 or 3 days. I don't think we're going to get a bonus like we had last week, but we'll just be very curious to see what comes of that. Now, let's talk about SBCs. Of course, we have the league still for the Alexia Putellas end of an era, which was not yesterday. Of course, the retweet by one of the leakers yesterday kind of made me think that it was going to be. It wasn't. We had the McAllister instead. Now, this is the Putellas again for potentially today. We still have a Wan-Bissaka. There's the Eto. Official stats for that Eto card. Power shot, Finesse, Low Driven, and Quick Step. That is a banger of a card. If he's 5-star, 5-star, that looks fantastic, and I will be playing Gauntlet this week to get that card. That looks like a super duper fun card to use. But, you know, either Puteus today or maybe a Wan-Bissaka if EA don't want to go super crazy with it. Watch out for the leaks for that before content. And then, of course, we should have a new icon pack today as well because I think it's 90 plus. What's our icon pack right now? 91 plus Encore icon upgrade is going to expire today. So something should be replacing that. I don't know if they go to 92 plus or if they would just re-release the 91 plus. We will have to see. Now, the last thing we got to talk about is that Evo rumor that wasn't actually leaked yet, but I'm sure it's going to be leaked before content today. Foot Police posted this below his, hyping up the Greats of the Game promo. He said, somebody asked him, will today's Evo boost rating? He says, I don't remember exactly. That was talking about yesterday's Evo on Saturday. Tomorrow Evolution, today, I think makes them 95 rated top tier Evolution. So that's kind of a tweet that's flying under the radar, at least for now, until it gets leaked ahead of content today that Evo will be coming out. I'm in the middle of a Neymar chain, like a lot of you guys are probably at the moment, and I've got him up to 96 pace, 96 shooting, but I need passing and I need dribbling upgrades before I put him into the what's it called? Speed soccer, or one of those Evos that boost up the defense and physical a lot, because that is the last part that I need for him. Passing, dribbling, defending, and physical. I don't want to spend the 2,000 token Evo on him personally as well. And you're like, Nate, why'd you go low driven quick step in the first touch? That was already on his card, because I'm planning to use the season pass 4th playstyle plus finesse on top of him here, which would give him, I think that would give him a total of 12 playstyles, because he would have 8 base playstyles. Actually 13. No, that'd be 12. He'd have 4 playstyle pluses and he would have 8 base playstyles. So super duper excited for this card once I'm able to get him there. Just need to boost up the passing, the dribbling, and of course the defense and the physical. So watch out for that Evo today. Taking a card at 95 rated. That is pretty crazy. Also, I need to watch out for Mr. Anthony Robinson in my packs, because I want this card and I still have not got him yet. I've got 2 88x3s. I don't know what it is, man. This team too, I'm just not packing as many of these cards. Yeah, Bukayo Saka, right? Promo card last week. I've got one more 88x3. I think this might be from either a season pass objective or somewhere else in objectives. Can I see a tunnel? We can see a tunnel. Let's go, man. Something here. Come on. Show me the USA left back. We've got Endler as my first card, and then Frankfurt. That is not going to be Jedi Robinson. That is going to be somebody who I can't think of at the moment. Is that Teate? Yeah, that hero is going to give away for sure. So that's a fodder card there. Belgium live card, 92 rated, I guess. We move. But guys, that's going to be the video for me today. I know we're talking very early about the next promo that's going to come out, but it just seems like the right time to have the conversation, because that's all the leakers are talking about right now. And I think there could be some market implications, which is why I wanted to discuss it today, relating to those greats of the game cards. I'm not 100% sure on a stream today, guys. Busy one. We're having some friends over for the Netherlands-Japan game, which is going to be an exciting game for sure. Big matchup today. So we may try to squeeze in a quick stream. We will just have to see if time does allow for that. But I will be active on Twitter. I'll be active on the market a little bit as well, making some buys, making some sells, because your boy needs to make coins after spending way too many coins last week on the live cards. Way down bad from that. And I got to get my daily SBCs done still. Anyways, I'm yapping. Have a great Sunday, guys. Enjoy the World Cup games, and I will see you on a video tomorrow at the very least. It's been TheFutAccountant. See you there. Peace out.